Well, Spacetronauts, a new season of Fallout 76 is here, Season 23, Blood and Rust, and with that comes a brand new pass, and with it, a lot of rewards to get. Of course, our big question is there any space in it? I think all signs point to no, because this also comes with the Burning Springs update, a fully Raider-themed and somewhat New Vegas type of expansion, the biggest that we've seen since Wastelanders, and then I guess bigger than Wastelanders too. While I haven't played Burning Springs yet, I look forward to biting into it. It is the pass that I want to talk about today, because our question, as always, is there any space in it? And if not, what can we expect? Now, of course, the season will run from December 2nd, so it is underway until sometime around March, we believe. So you'll have a few months in order to get everything done. And as with past seasons, you want to try to get to level 150 in your score by completing challenges. You can see I've got some daily challenges here. They give you score points, and up here you have from rank 0 to 100, but you're probably going to want to get to level 150, rank 150, if you want to get all the rewards. I'll talk a little bit about that when we get into the pass. You'll also have weekly rewards here that you'll want to complete, and those also get you more score. I would save these for the weekend so that you can actually get the most out of your score and getting all of your quests done at one point in time. You also are able to boost your score with score boosters, which you can see I'm boosted up to 30% right now, and those you can find in the pass as well if you are Fallout First. So your primary ways of getting tickets are your dailies, your weeklies, as well as Fallout First if you're a member, because you'll be able to get extra rewards in that manner too. There will also be likely a mini season during this season that will get you more tickets, and you'll have some more challenges to complete during that. With that big primer, here are the rewards that you can get for the season. There are a total of 11 different pages of rewards and 116 unique items that you can redeem. 31 of them, though, are locked behind. You can see Fallout First. They have a little Fallout First insignia here, and that means that in order to actually unlock these items, you do need to be a member of the Fallout First membership, or you could, believe you can buy a pass separately in order to access some of these items. So I could be wrong there, and if I am, please correct me in the comments below. A Fallout First membership will run about $12.99 USD a month, or about $100 a year. And you can see I actually am one, because I have been a fan of Fallout since the first game in 1997. Now you can see each of these items cost tickets in order to unlock, and you'll be able to unlock them as you get more tickets throughout the season. Some of them cost 0 tickets completely. This was a Fallout First score booster, which allows you to get 5% boost of extra score for every challenge you complete. But you have to be Fallout First for this one. You can see similarly, you need to be Fallout First for this hat, as well as the stamps to redeem for other types of plans and rewards inside the game. So what about the rewards? Starting on page 1, we have 3 different Fallout First rewards. We have the score booster, which was 0 tickets, plus this Vault Tech cowboy hat, and the stamps, which you can redeem at White Springs Refuge for plans for your camp items. You also have this, I guess this is like the premier featured item, the Vault Tech cowboy outfit, but for me it is over here, this Raider metal braziers. These are torches that you can have in your camp as like lighting and environmental ads. Very, very slick. You can also get a crushing name tag, as well as a rad hog icon, and then you get some re-rollers. These will allow you to re-roll your challenges if they're not the ones that you enjoy, and they're pretty valuable to have over time. The final camp item is this stabbed weaponry here. It's a sickle that you can plant in the ground or in the wall. Very nice. And then some atoms. Of course, you can redeem these for cosmetics in the atom shop. Page 2 finds us even more camp items. You have the feature, this unfortunate end bathtub blunder, which appears to be a scorched a body in a bathtub. Kind of bleak, it seems like there. But you also have the scorched deterrents, which are scorched bodies on pikes. Yeesh, kind of creepy, but very nice if you're a Raider account. I think the highlight for me is this skull desk lamp right here, which will run you how many tickets? About 25 tickets, and it's a nice little bit of ambiance that goes quite well with those braziers that we saw earlier on. What is it with Raiders and Skulls? With the new Burning Springs update came new fish for the Ohio region. Looks like you've got some sawgills and a few other ones. A wicked, was it a withered red eye and a glowing something fin? Very interesting that you have these new fish. Obviously, there'll probably be new challenges for those areas. Also for your camp, you'll have this bathroom scale pressure plate, which you can use to activate devices and whatnot, or just decorate your camp. Wow, this doesn't look like it's going to end well for that person on the toilet. You do have a new withered rat eye player icon as well, the new fish in the Burning Springs region, plus a gourmand nameplate that you can redeem for 10 tickets. The mystery magazine package ×3 will give you 3 random magazines, which you can use for buffs in the game. And then of course you've got more items, which we see on each page. On page 3, it looks like we have the second theme make an appearance of this pass. Each pass usually has about 3 themes, and they're not always related. Clearly, because of Burning Springs and Blood and Rust, we have a Raider theme, but now we have this Dino Golf theme here. You can see there we have 4 on this page Fallout First items. The first being this Ace the T-Rex t-shirt cosmetic, which is an outfit that your player character can wear. Then you also have a slashing name tag, a Dino, a Blood and Rust icon, a player icon, as well as this Dino Golf cutout, which you can use to decorate your camp. It says collect your putters here. For the public rewards, you'll be able to get a Dino Golf info board, which you, again is some more wall decor for your camp, and this very nice Dino Golf fence set to fence in your pets, or maybe just make your own mini golf course around your camp. We do have some consumables on this page as well, but we do want to talk about this Dino Golf sign at the centerpiece. It's another big piece of wall art. It looks like a very large sign that you can set in your camp. And as you can see, that Dino sign actually costs 0 tickets. So that's another example of how some rewards are just totally effort-free. For the consumables, we have 5 lunch boxes that help you get extra XP, as well as scout banners that give you extra buffs during the game, and those atoms, which you see ubiquitously on every page. Look at that death claw in the corner over here. Looks fire. On page 4, we have more Fallout First items. You can see there's another 0 ticket score booster that will increase your score boost up to 10%. Then you have a Cutthroat Island name tag and a Fire Pillar Pyrotechnic Kit. There are some atoms locked behind Fallout First. This Fire Pillar Pyrotechnic Kit actually will belch out a pillar of fire, like its name says, when you hook it up to power in your camp. Just like on the previous page, we have another fence set. This is the bone fence set from the Raider theme. You got some bones, some rebar, and some barbed wire to create your own pens in your camp. You also have another bit of stabbed weaponry. This is the meat hook that you can plug into the wall or onto the floor. There is another there is another player icon, the Rad Scorpion player icon, which is pretty fitting because one of the flagship items on this page is this taxidermy Rad Scorpion, a very large life-size statue, it appears, of the beast in the game. Then you can actually get your own Junkies backpack. This appears to have its own special mod, a backpack built for the chemically committed, a skin that can be applied to both small and standard backpacks as a mod. And that is, it looks like a kind of pressure cooker backpack that you can wear as a skin. On the consumable side, you do have some more atoms like we discussed earlier, plus nuclear key cards. These are cards that will allow you to access the nuclear missiles to launch them to create events like the Scorched Queen. Page 5 brings us yet another theme. This suit over here, which is 45 tickets, does appear to be a nod towards Fallout New Vegas with a checkered suit. You also have the Pimp Boy 2 billion paint, which is, I guess, a gold decked out skin for your Pip-Boy, and this white mask, which is kind of creepy looking, and also it seems like unisex because anyone can wear it. We do have 3 different Fallout First rewards on this. At 0 tickets is a newly dug grave scrap box. So this is a scrap box for your camp that will look like a freshly dug grave. The Pimp Boy 2 billion paint is locked behind Fallout First, as are 5,000 caps. Not locked behind that barrier is the Rebar Club, which appears to be an actual skin for a club in the game. Not sure if it's a unique weapon or not. You also get some consumables, the repair kit, and some 200 atoms, as well as a new bounty hunter icon. Of course, the ghoul is in the Burning Springs update as a bounty hunter, and that's where we learned bounty hunting from. One thing I haven't mentioned is that you can see that these rewards are locked with the lock symbol, and that's because you have to reach a certain rank to unlock each page. So everyone starts out on this first page, and it's totally open and unlocked. But to advance to the next page, you have to rank up. I've already gotten to rank 13 in just 2 days, but I can only do the first 2 pages because I have to be rank 15 for page 3. Page 4 is rank 24, and now on page 5, you have to be rank 34. Moving on to page 6, though, we have our first crafting station of the past, the Raider Brewing Station. This is very nice to add to your camp, and actually actually joins a series of Raider-themed crafting stations that we have, like the Tinker Station and others that are already in the game. We do have 3 Fallout First items on this page. Of course, the consumable is 200 atoms here, plus some stabbed weaponry. This is a throwing knife here that you can pluck in the wall or on the ground, plus a glowing skull lamp, which is disappointing to see locked behind that barrier, but it is a very nice bit of decor for your camp, and you can turn it on and off. Finally, our last bit behind Fallout First is this Raiders Sarsaparilla vending machine. This will probably give you some sunset sarsaparilla over time, but of course you have to have Fallout First in order to unlock it. Rounding out the camp items, we have a lawnmower over here for 35 tickets. This is a bit of a clean, kind of high-tech item for your camp, maybe fitting for that golf course theme. You also have a skull name tag and a skull and saw blade player icon with a saw table at 0 tickets. Very nice addition, and it's nice to see that this is free. Finally, in addition to the 200 atoms, we have some scout banners to get more buffs over time. On page 7, we have our first unique weapon, it seems, and our first prefab, but locked behind Fallout First is going to be a few items. One, we've got some perk coins and score boosters. Again, these are score boosters that you can use anytime. These are very valuable to use, but you do have to have Fallout First for these ones. However, you can buy them in the item shop for atoms. Perk coins help you spec out your build, but the big hallmark of this page to me is the Raiderized Truck. It is a prefab that you can build inside. You do need Fallout First for it, of course, but this is probably going to be one of the highlights of this pass for me. It looks very Mad Max. And that is 50 tickets. You can see the ticket prices are getting up there. There is another Fallout First score boost. This is, I think, the last one that we'll be able to get. That means that you'll have a total of 25% score boost over time that you can boost up to 50% with score boosters throughout the season. Now, I mentioned that we also have a Ghoul Vault Boy lamp. This is a glowing version of both a statue and a lamp that we have in the game. And we also have a Raider's Fermenter, the companion to the brewing station that we saw earlier, and this should round out the bulk of our crafting stations because there are Raider power armor and other stations already in the game. On the far right, you'll see the unique weapon of the season, the Dom Pedro, named after the man who buried it. It is a pistol that seems to pack a very big punch. We'll see some mods for this weapon come up in the past later on. I've never tried it. It seems very interesting, and I look forward to trying it out. You'll need 75 tickets for that. The remaining items on this page are somewhat small. A bandit name tag edition there for 20 tickets. You also have some consumables. The score booster, of course, we mentioned, but you also have 200 atoms, as we have on almost every page, and a mystery bobblehead ×3, which will give you 3 random bobbleheads, and I've heard you can get a glowing one there to get some buffs over time. Page 8 brings us our first pet of the pass, and it is this Lycoi cat for 45 tickets. You can see this is like a lynx cat to me, but I guess it's called a Lycoi. If I'm pronouncing that wrong, let me know in the comments below. I think cats are adorable. I have 2 cats of my own, and this was a nice addition to your camp. A little bit ugly, but maybe it's from the Raiders. The cat does come with the skeletal scratching post here for 25 tickets, and that will allow your cat to interact with a little bit of Raider iconography inside your camp. Very fitting for the theme. Now we also have 4 items locked behind the Fallout First. We've got those atoms that we've been seeing on every page, plus these awesome Raider mounted walkways, which are walkways that you can mount on walls in your camp in order to create paths around your build. For 0 tickets, we'll find a newly dug grave ammo box to match the stash box, so this one will hold all of your ammunition over time. And then the last item behind Fallout First is just a little bit of a Rusty Nails collar for your cat to make that Raider aesthetic really stick. Finally, we have a Raider with pistol player icon and some consumables, 5,000 caps for 20 tickets, a trapper name tag, I guess that's not a consumable, and some stamps, again, to trade in for camp items in the game. Coming up on page 9, we're in the home stretch of this pass now, and it looks like there is a chem mystery machine that will produce chems over time, and you'll have to wait 5 minutes between restocking. This is a Raider item as well, goes again very well with the theme, and not locked behind Fallout First. It is 50 tickets. The Fallout First items on this page are, again, Dino Peaks related. You'll have this Dino Peaks entrance sign for your mini golf set. You'll also have this Dino Peaks photo cutout, which has a hole that your player can stick its head through and take some pictures in photo mode. That'll be 20 tickets, but for 30 tickets, the most probably questionable is this Dino Peak bogey shirt, a yellow version of the Dino from the mini golf set. I wonder if it glows in the dark. That would be really cool if it did. Rounding out the camp items on this page are a Ghoul Vault Girl lamp, the female companion for the Vault Boy lamp that we saw earlier, as well as these dino bins for 0 tickets. They're filled kind of trash cans made out of dinosaur eggs from the amusement park. As I mentioned, there are mods in this pass for the Dom Pedro. This one appears to be some grip mods so that you can have more stabilization on your weapon. And 200 atoms round out the page. On page 10, the hallmark here clearly is this Raider Tavern prefab for 60 tickets. This is a 3-tier tavern that you can actually build inside of as well as on top of if you want to get that extra floor on the ceiling. And it's good for corner building builds. We also have this Raider chemistry workstation, which I believe is the final workstation that we need to round out all of our Raider workstations, given the ones that are in this pass as well as in the item shop. A pike set that you can use for defenses around your camp. Looks like barbed wire and some scrap metal. And a 0 ticket stay away stash box locked behind Fallout First, one of 2 items only. The fewest that we've seen in the past so far on this page. And this is just a skin for your stash box, and it says keep out, and it looks like there's some booby traps all over it. The second Fallout First item is this crashed cargo bot that creates military junk over time. It is a generator, and it is a bit of nice decor if you're looking for that high-tech touch. Finally, rounding out the bits on this page, we have the Dino Golf Volcano, which is very nice, a large prefab volcano that can erupt in your camp. The best players struggle to get the golf ball in the Dino Golf Volcano, kind of like hole 18 of your mini golf, plus a fiendish name tag and a receiver mod for your Dom Pedro. Pow. Now our final primary page of the season is page 11, and to me it has the best item of the pass overall. This extremely awesome sci-fi Edison paint for 60 tickets. This is a power armor paint that you can put on any type of power armor in the game. It's enclave themed, but super packed full of sci-fi because of those light bulbs and that arc lightning that it does seem like it animates all over. You can see the lightning here in these images. Probably the best thing in the past, but not to be outdone, is this scrap metal porch kit for 40 tickets locked behind Fallout First. One of 3 items behind Fallout First on this page. This is the best of those. It is a camp building set that you can put on the front and around your builds to round out your ambiance so that folks can have a porch to sit on. Also in Fallout First for 0 tickets is a newly dug grave aid box. So in addition to the stash box and the ammo box, this is for your meds and your chems, and then some atoms behind Fallout First. Also on this page are the traditional Stein for the season. This one is Radhog themed because Radhogs are a new animal in the game from Burning Springs, and I believe a new pet that you can have in your camp. You also have the framed blood and rust wall art. Wall art is a staple of these seasons to get near the end. And of course on the scoreboard, they used to be a bit of a game board type motif. Now they are these nice wall art kind of panoramic views. We'll finish off this page with the Vault-Tec sofa set. It is a segmented set of lounges and that you can create your own unique couches from. You also have the Die Hard name tag and some re-rollers, again, to re-roll those rewards if you don't like them. In addition to the items, you have the Dom Pedro magazine mods to either extend or limit your magazines for this weapon. And that brings us to the first bonus page. This is probably the final page that you should ever really be looking at because it comes with a build set locked behind 250 tickets. So you do need to earn quite a lot for this near the end of the season. But this is the award that will let you build your fully Raider themed camp from the season itself. It's a must grab in my opinion. We also have this floating crate platform, which is interesting for Sunset Sarsaparilla. Again, that's a drink from New Vegas, but we're now seeing it in the game. And you can float these on water, which is pretty slick. Cobby Collectron, he seems to be a character in Burning Springs in the world of corn. You can see there's a lot of corn wandering around here. And here, this is your own Collectron, which will generate corn and other items. There are no items locked behind Fallout First on this page, which is refreshing, but there are quite many things to look at. You have your final bit of stabbed weaponry with the Grognak axe. Grognak being like a Conan the Barbarian type character in the comic books in the Fallout universe. You have a raiding name tag as well as a Rusty Nails collar for your dog now. Not just cats are getting the Raider treatment. You'll also get a Raider fish trap for 160 tickets. This is a generator that will generate fish over time, but you can't build it inside a shelter. We have our final icon, the Rust Kingdom player icon of the pass for 75 tickets, and our final mod for the Dom Pedro. This appears to be an explosive mod, so you can have an explosive pistol. Very, very slick. And finally, there is a second bonus page, but I would advise everyone to pretty much put this out of your mind and skip it. These ticket prices are quite overpriced for what the rewards are here. And this is really for folks who have completed the entire pass and have tickets to burn if they really want more of these actual things. Remember, some of the items were available for 20 tickets for 200 items, and now here they are for 250, for example. And so they're very overpriced. I did hear that your excess tickets can get converted into gold bullion at the end of a season, so it might make more sense to do that because you can trade gold bullion for plans inside the game. Overall, I have to say this is probably like a 7 or a 6. You know, if I had to rate this pass, it is very solid and there's some very nice items in here. I just would love to see a little bit more sci-fi, tech, or space themed things. But I always want to see space, and it's impossible to have space in every single Fallout season. Barring that, what I expected to see was a lot of Raider themed gear. And from that, and when it comes to that, the eating is good in this pass. There is so many very deep, very nice themed items starting from page 1 with the Raider metal braziers, but going all the way through this pass. There seems to be camp items galore for the Raider theme of the Burning Springs update, as well as the Blood and Rust season. And I can't wait to unlock a lot of these. My favorites so far, as I've mentioned, are the EDISON Paint power armor. There've actually been some seasons where we haven't gotten any armor skins at all. So having this here is great. Plus I love what appears to be some animations there, plus the illumination. It's a very slick game, and the style of this power armor, very reminiscent of Fallout 2, which I appreciate. But the other items are the building kits, the scrap metal porch here, and the scrap metal kit will let you build a fully immersive camp, plus all of the little knickknacks and doodads that come in this pass that you can get. The Raider Tavern seems like it'll be a must-have if you want that instant Raider look. It's already set for you, you know, and will go very nice with the Raider cage tree that we already have in game. So that's my take on this pass. I really enjoy this EDISON Paint. I really enjoy the theme of the Raiders for that. I'd love to see more space, but we already have a Raider-controlled space station in the game. So, you know, maybe I can go get my fix there this season. Maybe they'll even mention it in the season. I look forward to jumping into Burning Springs to find out. But I'm very curious what you all think about this pass. It's season 23 now of Fallout 76. Does this meet what you're looking for when you come to Fallout, or do you want more? Has it convinced you to sign up for Fallout First? I want to know in the comments below. And thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. You have a lot of choices on the internet, and I'm so thankful that you chose to share some of that time with me. So if you like what you saw, hit that like button, subscribe if you'd like to see more, because we're going to jump into Burning Springs next, and I can't wait. Until then, I'll see you in the next one. So do stay safe out there in the wasteland, watch out for raiders, and don't get lost in space.